Hey everybody, Skyward here. Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. In the last episode, we went through the Sochin Cave Palace and managed to emerge victorious against the mysterious little hunt that we had to take care of. And, the Ari man. And we got here right to the end of the Sochin Cave Palace, out here to the... Wait a second, that is, Oh, that's the pedestal. I thought that was a chest. Right beyond here lies our goal. The journey is over finally, and I must say, holy crap, I have so much LP. I don't even know what to do with it. I don't even know if I want to use it yet. I might hold off a little bit. We'll see. We'll see in the next area. You'll see what I mean. But anyway, today we're gonna finally approach Archades, which was pretty obvious with what I was saying, since I said the journey to make it here was over. So without further ado, let's open the stone door.
Smells less like a capital and more like a sewer.
Even empires have need of sewers. The runoff from Archades proper pools here, those who lack papers to live in the city itself. The mighty who have fallen, and the fallen who would be mighty. Their eyes never leave Archades.
I guess it must be a lot nicer than this place.
Oh, to be sure. Archades reeks of a different filth. Let's be off. We can follow our noses to Draclaw.
Welcome to Old Archades. A very small area in the game. It's not very long. I believe it's only like 2 rooms long. But there's a lot of story to be told here, just from the NPCs. Now this is new. Plenty of worms come up out of the ground here, but not many of them are to start with 2 legs. Come to make your fortune in the capital. A word of advice, worms. Turn back while you still got some gil to your name. I won't be talking to everybody, but I'll definitely be talking to certain people. Just a couple as we go along. Come to buy information or perhaps to sell. Knowledge is what makes this town work. Why, if I had gil or a chop to spare, I'd make an offer for what you might, right now. Meh, lost all my money. Can't even afford an airship back home to Rabanastre. I thought of going back through Sochin, but I hear some ancient worm lurks down there, and I don't much care to run into one of those. You think I can get away on these legs? Bah, I'm stuck here for life. Look, would you buy something to help a fellow out? What do you have? You're just mainly an item seller. I mean, that's not bad. Remedies are good. I will sell some stuff, though, so we have some money to our name. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I didn't even sell it all. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Man, look at us. We're rich. So rich. This is like the second half of Fawn Coast all the way to here. So we have a lot of stuff built up. Oh my god. I know I normally come out of here with like a lot of money to my name, but I didn't think I would be coming up with nearly 50,000 gil. Holy crap. Well, I guess I'm set for a while. That's nice. You know what? I'll help you out, buddy. I'll help you out. Give me your finest remedies. I'll take 10 of them. Thank you. Yeah, so it's a very small place. What do I have to say? Now that's a face I dislike. It's the eyes. Beady, shining eyes that see but never show. You know the sort, eh? Whom do I speak of? Vayne, of course. Only a man like that could do what he's done. Killing his own 2 brothers in cold blood for opposing the Emperor. Not even the people down here They don't even like Vayne. He truly is a tyranny of the tyrant of tyrants. 2 gil, woohoo. Do you wonder why I sit here doing not day come day go? I've done me bit for the Empire, that's why. I've earned me rest. Don't you ever fancy a rest, youngin'? Not of rust. Brother mine, if we'd only bought them cock traces when we still had the chance, why, we'd be rich men today, so we would. Brother mine, cock trace meat is not half as tasty as they have you believe. This recent interest in him, it's a fad, you mark my words. Nah, cock traces or no, our fate's the same. It's an old but dignified foul. I like the music here. Very calm. Kind of sad. Really nice. Now, there are certain NPCs I do recommend you talk to. My granddaughter claims she's seen a great airship. Of course, I thought it was the Alexander, that being the biggest I know of per her description. Perhaps they made a new, bigger airship now. That's interesting. I've been told that joining the Watch is a good way to get on in the world, yet others tell me it's a hard life, full of hard choices. What to do, what to be, that's the problem with having too much information. It's difficult to make up your mind. Now this I like this right here. The Mughals 8. A Sikh there was, he sought to play, Kupo Pudi Podiolo. Said he, I'll take you far away, Kupo Podi Podai. A gourmet tour he promised us, Kupo Podi Podili. But all we've had is curds and whey, Kupo Podi Pode. It's nice. Nice. You gotta find some cheeriness. Down in the slums. This is Final Fantasy VII. We're in Sector 7, baby. Here we are. Now, the NPCs I recommend you talk to are around here, I believe. The Grand's got me worried. She keeps talking about going to the city and making her fortune. Making her fortune. She's old! This guy's the one you want. Don't think you can look down on me. I'm saving me gil to get out of here and up here. Why, I've got a bag full of coin and put aside already. That is, I had a bag full of coin till someone come along and stole it. Grr, I was sure it'd be safe as houses in that barrel too. 4 gil. Was that the barrel? I don't know. You going on from here? On from here is Archades. You go there and you best watch yourself. People's there, they pluck feathers from a living chocobo if they thought they could make a profit of him. I'd turn back if I were you. 16 gil. Come to hear a tale, perhaps. There's a lot to be learned from the stories of the past. A lot of you youngsters seem to have forgotten. To your peril, you should show a little more respect for fairy tales. There's another guy I want to talk to. You're not one of them. Best not speak to me, lest my ill luck rub off on you. I lost everything. Everything I've had, only been the right information. Yeah. Ooh. Another item. Knot of Rust. Knot of Rust. Lots of garbage down here, what do you have to say? People around here, they're the ones what didn't make it up there. Dregs, dropouts. I tire of the vulgar life, but I'll get out. Lots of character down here, man. I love this place. I love it. I spent some time in the city once, gathering up all the information I could lay my hands on, but it turns out some of it weren't true. And before long, I ended up back down here. 10 gil. Actually, he might not show up till a little bit. Actually, we'll just move on. We'll find this guy soon. Who I'm thinking of. I have to say Seek. City's just up these stairs. My head says all I gotta do is walk up and my feet are all trembling, one with the assassination and all. Well. There's a safe crystal right there. Let us go to the city, shall we? Enter the capital. You have credentials? I have. Well, I don't see any. We can't just throw open our gates to you vulgars, you know? Especially not the lying kind. Away with you! Well, well, well. There's a sight for sore eyes. Didn't think I'd be seeing you again. Not here. Oh, wonderful. Enter the streets here. A pirate would do well to smile. Wouldn't want to sour his reputation. You know this guy? An old friend. He's a streeteer, a peddler of rumor and hearsay, by the name of Jules. He'd bite a gill given to him by his own mother, and shave it by half to pay for her funeral. Sometimes an ear with a tight purse strings the order of the day, like when a pirate decides he fancies going up in the world. To the city? You know a way? In Archades, knowledge is power, and power has a way of opening doors, boy. Now, a fool will buy a sack of feathers for his pillow, but a wise man, he'll buy the whole stinking cockatrice and get his fill of meat into the bargain. So, wise man, how does 1,500 gil sound? Bright boy, you learn fast. I call this meeting to order. Tell me, boy, heard any rumors in town? I haven't heard much of anything. I need to hear it before I talk. A boy will do well to see what his ears can pick up off the streets. This is why I was saying you need to find certain NPCs. We found one of them, but there's a second part. One of the important NPCs is the guy who is all like, I hid a pile of gil, or a bag of gil, in a barrel, and now it's gone. The second NPC we need to talk to is, he's somewhere around here for sure. I know this for a fact. I'm not crazy. What do you have to say? You think you might not stare at me? I'm in the midst of a very important conversation. Okay, Otto. Oh, we got another knot of rust right there. Grant's got me worried. Oh, okay, it was this guy. Psst, I'll tell you a secret, but it stays between us two, right? I spied something incredible just now. Would you like to know? 'Twas a bag of coin, just thrown in a barrel it was. With a hoard like that, the city'll be me oyster. Now don't go telling anyone, you hear? That's interesting. So now we got two pieces of information that kind of connect into a full story. Our good pal Jules, who's one of my favorite minor characters in the entire game. They ain't a lie. Where is he? He moves positions, but I believe he might actually be... Yeah, he should be... Should be around here somewhere, if I remember. Come on, Jules, where are you? There's the Sikh. There's the guy. There's that person. Oh, you know what? I have to talk to the person who mentioned the bag of coins. That makes sense. Don't think you can look down at me as I have a bag full of coin? Okay. So that's your story. Alright. Nice little charming tale it is. Where the heck is he? Come on, Julesy boy. Oh, he's over here. Okay. My area is messed up. I called this meeting to order. Tell me, boy, heard any rumors in town? Actually, I did hear about a man who picked a bag of coins out of a barrel. Bags and barrels, eh? A boy will do well to bring that morsel to a man named Beasley near here. Tell him what you heard. Now I go talk to the other guy, and because we've been walking in circles, we're gonna speedrun this, bro. We gotta talk to Beasley. Oh god, I'm getting disoriented. Hello? What? You're telling me that you know the bloke what's taking me coin? Oh, it was him, was it? And now we told him... Yes, this is what I was remembering. told him just as I told you. Good boy. I'm not sure what this has to do with going up in the world. Oh, witness to the power of knowledge, my boy. See, it begins. Hey, 'tis a fight! Beasley's gone wild! Now's our chance. Thanks, Jules. Never thought you'd go for such a meager price. A pirate should know that words are worth gil uncountable. Here are some words for you. The prodigal Bonanza sons come back to the Imperial Roost. See? Words of much value, these. Bah!
You're gaping like a fish out of water.
I'm just checking out the city. Even if it is the Empire.
You've changed, Vaughn. You were always marching to your own beat. Almost like you were impatient, even. In a good way.
Maybe it's because I've seen more now. Never imagined I'd ever come this far away from home. Hey, Lars is here in the city, isn't he? He's a tough one. I wonder how he's doing.
You always were a soft touch, Vaughn. You know what's amazing? I always thought I'd go my whole life without meeting people like the Princess or Lord Larsa. And here we are in the capital.
I know. It's a little over my head sometimes.
Good, Vaughn. You've come to understand the difficulties of serving royalty.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride.
That wasn't a complaint, was it, Bosch?
Right. Let's get moving.
Hey, don't change the subject.
Right.
Can confirm Bosch is like Vaughn and Pinello's father, the father they never had. I love this. This cast of characters is too good, man. It brings a tear to my eye. Oh, I love these guys so much. They're all great. We go our separate ways here, Vaughn. I have some business to attend to. We'll meet again later. Hey! Balthier, he's still in the party, but... in terms of story stuff, yeah, Balthier ain't around here anymore. So what do you say we check out Archades, which honestly, if you want to ask me what my favorite theme in the entire game is, in terms of like a town theme, it has to be this. Archades has to have like my favorite theme. Like, if you were to ask me what's like my top 10 favorite songs in the soundtrack of this game, this would be in the top 10 for sure. It's like, I read a comment that kind of like had the same thoughts as me. It's like, it sounds so cheerful, but there's like dark undertones with the music, you know? Like, it's a freaking, it's kind of a spooky place. The rich and the poor separated. It's weird, I tell ya. Anyway, let's check out the magic shop. What you got? Thundaga, Confused, Firaga, Iraga, Vanishga, Bio, Lazara, Darkra. Decent stuff. Pretty good dark magic, I'll say. I'll give it credit where credit is due. Magic shop. You sure know your stuff. Oh, this guy, the Chop Master. We'll go over this guy in a minute, but I want to talk to him. Hello, I'm the Chop Master. Help you with art? Trade pine chops for sandalwood. Looks like you've nary a chop to your name. Are you sure you belong here in the city? What are pine and sandalwood chops? Here in Archades, people spend their whole lives trying to get their hands on pine chops and, if they're lucky, a chop of fine sandalwood. Gil, they're only good for buying and selling of goods. You can have all the gil in the world and it won't buy you respect. Only chops of pine or a chop of sandal will win you that. You see, the chops represent your contribution to the greater good of the Empire. Common citizens might come by pine wood chops enough during their daily lives, but it takes a soldier or some great deed to earn sandalwood. This is a very a mechanic specific to Archades. We'll get to see what chops are in a bit. You'll see what I'm talking about. I really want to look around for shops. Over there we have a Technic shop. It's always nice to see a Technic shop. I will say, unfortunately, although I do like Archades, this is probably the area in the game, like the one town in the game where I actually visit the least. Normally in my freaking main story playthrough, I only visit this place once during the story, and that is during this right here. Technic shop, Technic seller, what you got for me? Soul Eater, garbage! Garbage, I say! Get your smelly Technics out of here! I'm too rich. I'm Vaughn. I'm a rich son of a gun. I mean, have you seen the amount of gil I'm bringing home these days? It's enough to make a man go mad. You notice I'm not really talking to anybody, really, here. You'll see why. You'll see why. I have a reason for everything I do things. People play an important part in Archades. What I'm trying to find, though, is the armor and weapon shop before we make any more progress. Hey, speaking of the devil, it's right here! Yay! I sure know where to look. Oh, aren't I a freaking lucky man? Weapon seller, what kind of stuff you got? A rune blade, a Yakkei, a zephyr pole, a burning bow, Judiciar's staff, we do have one of those. The Francesca. The halberd. The burning bow. Gosh, do I really want to buy anything though? That's the thing. Let's see. Vaughn, you're fine. Bosch, that's... I could buy you the... We're doing good on... Vaughn and Ash are fine. Balthier... You're still okay, Balthier. Balthier, you're fine. Balthier's still fine. I could get the Francesca for Bosch if I wanted to. Although I do like that disable. I think if anyone's really overdue for a weapon, I think it's Fran. I think she's been rocking the same bow since we got it way back in... I want to say the Iriad's village. I'm gonna buy Fran a weapon. I'm gonna buy Fran a weapon, and the Penetrator crossbow would make Penelo a beast. It's not that expensive actually to get Bosch that. I think I'm gonna get him the Francesca. Get you that. That hammer was good fun, but I think it's time to put it to rest. It served us well though, I'll give it that. There's another chop master over there. I think there's one in every shop, which is why the shops are so big. Oh, I gotta equip the bow. What am I doing? Yeah, we've had the Locksley bow for so long now. Like, it's all the way over here. Alright. Burning bow, here you go. 72, 68, 79, 88, 69, 42. Everyone's pretty good, so I'm not too concerned. We're doing fine. Guess I'll have to search for the armor shop while we're going out and about. I guess we can continue. Cap guide. Only those with 3 or more chops may write this cap, boy. Nothing personal, I assure you. A chop? What is that? If you like a chop, you pay coin. That's 1 million gil, thank you. What? That's crazy. Having a spot of trouble, are we? Hey, it's Jules. I have a message from Master Balthier. He's waiting in Central. He says to come quickly. On this, but we need a chop. What is a chop anyway? When a boy wants information, that's right. A boy pays 2,500 gil, sounds about right. Why, any upstanding citizen of the Empire carries a chop. It's a mark of status sometimes, a writ of transit others. If you are aiming to go to Central, where the gentry live, I think you'd need 3 chops. How do you get them? Like I've said, the key is knowledge, boy. You do your part here on the streets, talk to the right people, you'll earn your chops in no time. That doesn't sound so bad. All people in Archades love doing good deeds. Why, if they're helping you out, it must mean they're superior. Understand, boy? Not sure I do, but I'll give it a try. Thanks, Jules. A friend of Master Boltier's is a friend of mine. It's as he says. We go around talking to people and helping. Look, Arcadian Gentry. Senior researcher. A new employee of mine broke an instrument on his first day in the lab. I really want to give him some words of encouragement, but I'm so busy. Worry not, I tell him. Such things only cost 1 million gil or so. Your concern should be the bigger picture, not such trifling details. I know I'm on his side, you see. Commit this tale to memory. Words of encouragement, memorize. The mechanic of Arcades, in order to earn chops, is to go around talking to people and see which stories of people connect. That's why we had to talk to those people down in the old Arcades, like the guy who put the gill away in the barrel and the guy who took the gill from the barrel. That's how we connected the dots, you know. And then we have to play a game of connect the dots throughout it. So let's talk to this guy. Have you seen those chaps running pell-mell about the city? Newcomers are always this way, working up a sweat as they claw their way up the ladder. Look to be in much the same situation as was I long ago. Never fear, you'll get there as I have. Chin up, onwards and upwards, and all that. So this is a whole different story. We can commit his tale to memory if we want to. A strategy for this is on your way over here, which I didn't do. You talk to people along the way, so that way you can connect stories. I recently begun to work at a laboratory. Tis like heaven for me. Plenty to read and no one telling me what to do otherwise. Why the laboratory library is the envy of every student in the academy. There is no greater story of obscure text anywhere. And evil is retell the words of encouragement. I can't say that's information I'd like to hear at the laboratory, nor can I say I'm interested. A reader. We'll have to keep the... Even if you don't find the one you're looking for, a good idea is to talk around and keep these in mind. It's like a memory game. What am I doing? I'm crying. Wares for the armorers. You should have a gander if you dot. When I get enough chops, I'd be riding I in one of them cabs, and that'll be the end of this. I'll be sitting about pretty... Yeah. Well, I'd never been in one turnip meals at a good tip. Only I'm sure that wasn't the one. I ain't sure that was one, actually. Senior researcher. Okay, we already talked to you. That's where we got the information from. Researcher. I made a mistake. A horrible mistake. I fear my superior is vexed. Quite vexed. The instrument I dropped. Oh dear. A message from my superior? Oh my, I'll wager she'll just about have enough of me. Let's see. Only cost 1 million gil or so. Yarr, 1 million? It costs that much? So she doesn't want me to pay for it. Please no. Your concern should be the bigger picture. Gack, I'll admit it. I'm weak in the finer points, but she doesn't even mean to end my research, does she? Not such trifling details. Trifling? Is that what I am? Trifling? Trifling? I'm finished. That's what I am. I would be a fool to think otherwise. I say such things to another. If she's to chastise me, I'd have her do it to my face. My thanks. A chop for your trouble. You obtain a pinewood chop. So yeah, we just kind of go around and do the same thing. The enterprise at which I'm employed has fallen on hard times. This month they've halved my wages, halved, and these things were going so well. I'm gonna tell my wife I don't have the courage to face her. I can't go home like this. Wages halved. Yeah. Sad story. For many years, I researched for one thing, and when I retired, my daughter agreed to continue my work. How happy she made me, but the research, it knows no end. Someday, I hope I'll see my daughter marry, bear children, but still this great work not to be done. Yet it is not in vain. No, even though the pace may be slow, progress is being made, such as the main splendid things as scientific inquiry. That doesn't have to do anything with wages halved. Worried husband. The enterprise at which I'm employed is... Oh, we already talked to you. What are Arcadian Gentry? The path to stardom is a difficult one, to be sure. To dance, to sing, all of this takes great effort, and of course, you must know how to act. I'm getting shoved. I'm like, yeah, ma'am. You keep telling your story. It's but a word. I'll be at the star, and I would like advice of a mentor, but what to ask? I'm actually gonna commit this one to memory. The path to stardom, because I actually do think I know the location of where this one is. Faded Star, I'm terribly sorry, darling, but I give it up to the stage. No more autographs, please. Very well, you may shake my hand if you must. Oh, you didn't want a... Pardon me, I assumed. I was an actress, you see, quite famous in my day. I mistook you for an enthusiast, my apologies. The path to becoming a star? I don't believe such a thing exists, darling. At least it's not the sort of thing one can search for and hope to find. One must work and watch others at work. One cannot sit about, willing away the hours that pretend. Only through experience do you learn. I wore many guises in my working life. Armory clerk, airship attendant, personal secretary, headhunter, dread pirate, even the false queen of a lost land. Quite dangerous, that last one. Not recommended. I've learned much, and my acting was enriched by it. Yet when it no longer felt true, I had to leave. I have a splendid idea. I shall write a novella of my adventures. That is one thing I've yet to do. Take this, darling, for your excellent advice. Pinewood Chop. Worried husband, we've already talked to you. Anyone else? We need one more chop for our troubles. Researcher. Aspiring starlet. Normally they tend to be in the same room. May not look like it, but I'm quite athletic. You know, my family boasts a grand line of gamesmen known for our skill at work, as well as the games. That said, my brother's always found of dusty old tomes. He spends most of his time with his nose in one. Why do you know what he told me? He said, "Good, sister, on the morrow, I shall go to the laboratory and become a researcher." He'll become as stiff as at sedentary as a researcher. Okay, that's another one that we gotta keep in mind. Awesome. Failed researcher, that's not what we want. Ex-researcher. Senior researcher, that's not who we want. Gentleman onlooker. Oh wait, no, that's a whole different story. Crap. That's not what I wanted. Crap, where was the other one? Where was the woman? No! Crap. Athletic woman. I'll commit this tale to memory. Gosh, this is a big mess. Well, it's not really a mess. I like this mechanic. It just kind of gets a little bit, I guess, tedious. Onlooker. Avid reader. Obviously, we got work at a laboratory. Yeah. My sister seems overly concerned with my health. She should know I get proper exercise, at least an hour daily, in the games room at the laboratory. Unusual for a laboratory man, I know. I suppose it's in the blood. But sport, or rather, the exercise involved is a subject of my research. You see, I'm jolly interested in how the body's energy might be regulated to lend strength to those muscles most taxed by a given action. I thank you for your kindness in relaying my dear sister's concern. Here, this should serve you in a good stead during your time in Archades. A pinewood chop. You're now free to ride the cab. So now we can proceed forward. I want to take a look around Archades one more time. We're almost done here. I know it's sad. But hey, we got to listen to this awesome music, though. Can never complain about that. Of course not. If you complain about that, well, something's wrong with you. No, but what I wanted to grab is I wanted to head over to the Aerodome because there's a Gambit shop right there, an item shop over there. That's fine. I want to head over to the Aerodome because I believe the teleport crystal for Archades is inside the Aerodome, which is why I wanted to grab that. In fact, there's actually a crystal marker right there to prove my theory. Oh wait, nope. It's not teleport crystal. Oh wait, no, teleport crystal's somewhere else. Well, I lied. Aren't I lovely? Aren't I lovely for lying to everybody? I'm sorry. That's about everything. Speedrun! Speedrun back to the cab. Post haste. Whoa, I'm getting stuck in the walls. And there we go. Now we can talk to the cab guide. I see you have some chops, sir. Splendid to Sinoble? Take me to Sinoble. Ah, so pleased you could join me. Jules had a morsel for us. A light airship used by Draclor researchers is just up ahead. We'll take that and go in through the service entrance. Let's make haste, shall we? Let's make haste indeed. The teleport crystal is actually right here. There we go. I don't know why, but every playthrough I tend to miss it. Probably because it's just right off the edge. I know it's not that hard to miss it, you know. Is there really not an armor shop around at all?
The accomplices of the Senate have been quelled, Your Honor. Our forces sustained but light casualties.
You have leave to withdraw. One detachment will remain here to guard Draclor.
My lord.
Do you think they're onto us?
It would seem not. Though this will make our task more difficult still.
What a cutscene, ladies and gentlemen. What a cutscene. What do you have to say? No entrance is essential at this time, and refrain from suspicious behavior until things settle down. You know what I mean. Alright, I believe there's more to... Well, I took a screenshot. Hip hip hooray. I'll always treasure my time in Archades now. Ain't that lovely? Certainly took your time getting here, didn't you? Off seeing the sights, perhaps? Well, that was part of it. Not likely. Do you know how long it took to get the chops to get up here? What's that? But I gave Jules some chops. Jules! Tisk tisk. A squad of judges has been sent to Draclor. You'll find the service interest a rather difficult proposition, I'm afraid. You're doing, no doubt. You knew how the Ministry of Law would move, so you had Vaughn out collecting chops until the judges could reinforce Draclor, of course. Tell me, how much did the Ministry pay for word of the prodigal son? The Ministry? Oh, the judges make poor customers, my friend. Too many rules, too many laws. Perhaps you didn't know, Master Balthier, that Draclor is a toy box these days, filled with your Lord Father's conceits. All developed without the Senate's knowledge, of course. Why, not even the Emperor knew the full extent of Dr. Sid's operations. Now here's the catch. Since Vane had himself declared dictator, nary a peep has come out of that laboratory. I know people who would sell their own mum for the merest scrap of information about the goings-on inside Draclor. People like Rosarian sympathizers worried about the Empire's weapons programs, and anyone else who might be opposed to House Salador hegemony. So we created a disturbance, and you get your windfall of dirt on Draclor. In exchange for your service, I've spoken to a cabbie. When he asks where you want to go, tell him you know where to go. Simple, no? Ah, deal. Brokered in true Archades fashion. Why, it's just like the old times, Jules. Brings a tear to my eye. Good to be back, eh? My regards to your Lord Father, Master Famron, or rather, Master Balthier. Anon, anon. And I think that's the last time we ever really see Jules. He might be hanging out in old Archades, for all I know. Not too sure. But I think that's going to do it for today. We finally made it to Archades, learned how things work around here, and we finally have our way to get to the entrance to Draclor. So, next time on Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, as we just stare at this beautiful scenery, even though it's a flat texture still, it's a very nice looking flat texture. Next time on Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, it's about time. We finally entered the Draclor Laboratory. See you guys then.